Hello and welcome back to my Pokemon Journeys review series. Today we're going to be reviewing episode 36, one that sees Ash and Go head to the Hoenn region, so I hope you enjoy. So this episode begins with Ash being very unconfident with himself and continues like this all the way through the episode after the defeat from B. He has two more battles in this episode in the Pokemon World Championship and ends up fighting two water tentacle Pokemon just like Graplock, which makes it even harder for Ash to focus. First he goes up against Octillery and loses, with him trying to get Ryo to stay back and attack from distance, even though it's better at a frontal melee attack. And the same again for the second battle, he loses, and it makes for 3 defeats in a row, and his rank drops to over 1000 again, so moves back into the normal class, which is a massive deal. You can see that B's strategy is still in his head, and he can't clear his mind. Every time he battles he's thinking about that one defeat, and he can't use any other strategies to work his way around it. It was some decent character development if we had to go on this series alone. Meanwhile, in Moorville City there is a giant sandstorm which has swept over the entire city and made a few people lose their minds and go into the heart of the storm. Go hears Professor Cerise talking about it and volunteers him and Ash to go check it out. I loved how in control Go was being in this episode, while Ash was lack of confidence. I'm slightly disappointed with how Marvel City was shown. It's my favourite city in Hoenn and it looked really dull in this episode. It didn't really have any standout qualities. So Ash and Go head to Hoenn once again, and there is a hilarious moment where Go just drags Ash out the door because he's in a slump and he doesn't want to move. They arrive to find out that the sandstorm has taken over the whole city. At first Ash seems reluctant to help, but after some convincing he puts on the goggles and says to head into the centre of the storm. Honestly, the next part of the episode, the middle part, was quite boring for me. Nothing really happened. Ash and Go were just venturing through the storm. They saved a few people from falling down Trapinch's hole, and Go ended up catching both Trapinch and Vibrava, but it dragged on quite a bit for me. The episode picks back up when Flygon appears, with Ash still lacking battle confidence, even forgetting that Flygon is not affected by Pikachu's Thunderbolt. And it was time for Go to step up, and I was really impressed with him in this episode, especially at the end. He came up with some very nice strategies with both Sobble and Reboot, using the sand against Flygon and also listening to its movements to dodge it with Reboot. And then probably my favourite part of the episode was when Go used the very same strategy that Ash has used before, of having Reboot jump on the rocks from Flygon's Draco Meteor and then finish it off with one last blow. This was a really great scene, and then afterwards Ash asks Go how he came up with that crazy tactic, and Go tells him that he learned it from him, of course, and then a few more words from Go and Ash seems back to his old self. It was a really nice moment between the two at the end here, bringing Ash back to normal. So the episode ends with Go catching Flygon and Ash regaining his confidence in battling. Two major plot points for this episode, and they were both solved towards the end. It was a solid episode. The start and the end were both great. It was just the middle part which really dragged for me. It felt like not much was going on. So overall I would give this episode a 7 out of 10. We got the preview for next week's Alola episode at the end of this one. I'll be uploading a video tomorrow, so make sure to stay tuned for that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you did enjoy the episode and what your rating out of 10 would be. Like and subscribe if you did enjoy, and I'll see you next time.